Hello and welcome to another edition of JCN's Gameplay and Waffle, and this time we are in the phenomenal Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, reviewed on this channel recently, and as you can see, Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, Yuffie, and Red X 333, amazing characters in this game, legendary in the gaming sphere. And what I thought would be fun is if we just did a little bit of exploration, show you the game in action, live as it were. So if I bring up the map, I'll show you one of the many regions in the game. We are here in the Coral region, and this is a particularly large area. It has Costa del Sol there, it has the first section here, has the gold saucer here, and various other areas which I will not delve into because I don't want to ruin the game for anybody. But what we're doing is we're exploring this section here. As you see, all these icons on the map are places of interest, and so that's what we're going to do. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. And in this area where I am, I have a vehicle that I can bring, which does get you around a lot quicker and is essential for crossing certain areas with water in them. But as you see, I tend to try and avoid using vehicles as much as I can, because there are lots of resources all over the place to collect. And the resources allow you in the game, so if I bring up the right menu, to use this thing called an item transmuter, and you can craft various things. And what you tend to find is that a lot of the crafting items are better than anything that you can buy in the various vendors in the game. Not always as good as things that you can actually find or locate. So I think we've gone the wrong way here. I think we need to go this way now, because what we're going to do next on the hit list is we get these kind of activation towers. It's kind of the same idea that you would find in Assassin's Creed, which reveal more of the map. So we have one here called the Stone Reach Tower, and they're always guarded by enemies, so you're going to get a bit of combat here. Oh! Now these things... swallow you if you're not careful. They always seem to swallow me because I'm effectively the tank. Yep. Just swallowed Cloud. So now we switch immediately to Tifa, and as you can see, you can pause the action. It very slow motion kind of thing there. Oh, Tifa got whacked. And she has various abilities. So as you do your attacks, you build up the bars. If you see on the bottom right hand corner, the glowing blue bar, you build up that, and that allows you, every one of those segments allows you to choose a particular enemy. So I can click instantly to any character I want, and you do that with the cursor keys left and right. And so now, and that we have this. Oh, there's another character there I didn't mention, Kate Sith, the little cat-like. Well, he is a cat. It's actually an artificial construction. So this is always quite spectacular, but again, very similar idea to Assassin's Creed. You climb up the towers, and then it will unlock. This is also very much like Horizon, the Horizon series, when you're on top of the, can't remember, the large dinosaurs, where you do a similar thing. He didn't want to go down that way. I love the way he looks over precipices. Great, so we've done that now. If we look where we are, we can see that it revealed probably a few more icons. But what we want to do now, I think, is... Oh, pressed the wrong button. Key. I want to actually head there. So that is a, as you can see what it said, Fiend Intel. Basically you have a kind of group of enemies, you've got to defeat them with certain conditions. And this is all going to another artificial intelligence called Chadley. And by doing this you get lots of things like items and something called materia, which you add to equipment to make it better, things like that. So it's also worth doing, of course, for the experience. So the first thing we want to do is assess. I missed, so I couldn't see them. Damn.
You've got this.
I ain't getting ass ripped here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use assess to figure out what their weakness is. But this is very difficult. Right, maybe we can do it now. They don't have one. Ah, okay. Wow, we're getting our ass kicked. Oh no, Aerith is down.
Come on. All the time.
Right, what we have to do... Wow, this is not a good example of gameplay here.
You okay?
Okay, we're gonna have to start again. Oh no! Complete disaster! Right, don't worry though, because the game allows you to restart from the last battle, thankfully. Oh dear. So they have no weakness. What we're trying to do is we're trying to stagger them and so let's try instead of blocking all the time. They're tough. They're really tough. Missed. Gonna try dodging. Better. Sometimes the best policy is to dodge, sometimes it's to block. Ah. Wow, we did it. Three ticks on the top left. Area. steps in and saves the day. Whew. Yeah, so you always get a good challenge in this game. My one kind of criticism was at the end of the game, which I said in the review, you do get a lot of there's a lot of it is challenging because you get a lot of, well, many boss battles in a row towards the end, and that that is quite intense. Right, now what we're also trying to do is locate that which is over there. Not going to be too specific about what this is, but we've been scouring the desert to look for this. I will skip cutscenes, so we'll stand before this. Maybe I won't skip the cutscene, because then I give you some example of how well the cutscenes are made. And how silly some of them are.
Hang back.
Now these things, they may look relatively harmless, but they have a horrible attack called the 1,000 Needles. And if you get hit by that, it's basically finished. There, he tried it. That thing. They're so quick as well. Oh, trying to hit them, the little blighters.
Get him!
No, I missed him. They're little blighters, they really are.
Get him!
Got him. How did you survive that?
Let's finish this. Going all done.
All right. Whew. Good grief. Music is absolutely incredible. Listen to this soundtrack. There's so much going on in that. Brilliant. Utterly brilliant.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh man, that was hilarious! Hey, do you think there are any more of these amazing rocks out there?
Pliability is most impressive.
Whatever. Let's go.
Cloud was definitely not impressed. Right. So, what we'll do is we'll go here next and go to there. Because what I've just done is I've unlocked... In each region there are kind of very special missions. There are lots of side quests and there are some really special missions. Oh, I haven't seen this. So we have this excavation. We should go there next. That's where we'll go. So we can go from there to there. This, when you unlock enough of a specific type of activity, you get... Chadley will reveal these dig sites. So I think that's quite an interesting thing to show. And the dig sites give you more things, better things to craft. It also gives you a little variation on the environment. So this is all still part of the same environment. Look how beautiful this game is. It's absolutely You know, just brilliant. So being here, and so what we have to do is we have to call our chocobo. There we go. And then what we do is we go around environment, and when you see this question mark, it means the chocobo might be able to smell something. So it's behind this, I think. There we go. And then we can get the chocobo to get up. See, now we can transmute a karmic cowl. I don't know where that is. Doodle-doo. Right, it's over there, but there's some creatures in the way we have to get rid of first. Oh! God damn it.
Brace yourself. That's it.
There we go. Right, now. Some... A bird trap. That's probably for a quest. I can't remember what the quest is though. Oh, yeah, I do now. So sometimes they are. It is essential to get these dig sites because there are other quests that rely on your ability to craft certain items. There it is. And this will be the last one. If I can get the chocobo in the right position. Right, so there we go. So you can see how many specific tasks I've completed in that region and how many are to still remain. Of course, the great thing is that you can just fast travel to any area that you've already discovered. So as you can see, we can just fast travel to wherever we want. There's the buggy, by the way. So we just fast traveled from that dig site, which was over here. And we are now here. And I think we will probably go here or there. Let's see how far we get. But on that ability to fast travel, I want to quickly talk about a game that I am unlikely to review, although I might do a gameplay video like this in the future, and that is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Now, I had started playing that with the view to reviewing it, and also then to go to its sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2. But although there are so many aspects of that game that I really like, it's a gorgeous looking game. The role-playing game mechanics remind me very much of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. If anybody knows about role-playing games, most people have heard of Dungeons & Dragons. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons was an evolution of Dungeons and Dragons, and it was much more complicated, a lot more rules, much more in-depth mechanics.
You sure you want to fight?
And Dragon's Dogma has a very in-depth role-playing game layer, and reminds me a lot of that. But despite having lots of beautiful environments, great kind of ideas, you know, role-playing game story ideas, you know, your classic fantasy game, reminiscent of Dragon Age. There are two huge problems with the game, and the most glaring is the inability to fast travel. And it's ludicrous. So why that is such an issue is that what happens is you end up having to repeatedly fight the same creatures and just waste time, literally waste hours walking back and forth from places. And the other problem is that they use encumbrance, so this is how much you can carry, and the limitations on that are quite strict. And because the crafting system in the game is quite convoluted, and you really never know which materials you need to upgrade equipment and craft things, you tend to want to collect as much as you can. Because you can't fast travel as well, you're trying to collect as much as you can, but you are limited in that, and so the encumbrance really does not help the situation at all, and it makes the game just, you know, just much longer and convoluted than it should be, and it really does ruin the enjoyment of the game. So I can't see myself having the time to finish it because of those two things.
Come on.
There also seems to be a real imbalance in power between your level, how much power you can have from abilities and weapons, and the creatures, the enemies you have to defeat for very specific quest ideas. So specific quests that would progress the story. And I find a real imbalance there. So I could see why people really like the game, but for me it was just too much. It was just, I can't play this game any longer. I can't dedicate any more time to it, simply because I'm wasting so much time just going from one place to another. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So that is a game that, like I said, I might cover in a video like this, but very unlikely to ever get round to reviewing, because I will not review a game unless I have completed everything that's, you know, in the game that would be reasonable to claim that you've completed it fully. So not just the main story, not just diving straight through, for instance in this game, not just diving through all the main story quests, but doing all the side quests, exploring everything, seeing what's as many secrets as I can, and leveling up the characters in a role-playing game like this to them as much potential, so when I get to the end I've experienced as much as I can before giving a verdict. And with this game, if you watch the review, of course, the verdict was I was completely blown away by it, still am. But that's just an opinion. Of course, every review is, even though I try to be as objective as possible, it's still a point of view. It's still my assessment of it. So There you go. What I really like about this game as well is the menu systems, the ease of everything here. So with this, if I press X at any time I'm not in combat, I bring up the party, and I can just switch between all the party and make them do independent things. So I can get all of the main characters to heal themselves, which is pretty handy. And I'll quickly show you how that, under combat settings, you'll see that we have all the characters, but you can, I'm sure it's under here, yes, edit party. You have two areas, the front line and the back line, and you can interchange and swap them all over. I have these three as my main frontline characters, and what that means is those three will be the center of combat. When you go into combat, you'll only these three are the playable characters, whereas the back line are doing things from the behind or not really directly involved in fighting the creatures. And this is also this does not apply though to parts of the story where the whole team is split. So you'll get parts of the story where certain characters go off one direction, certain characters go in a different direction. You don't have control over that. But like with most RPGs that have a party system, what you're always trying to do is ensure that they have as much, all of the party members have the best stuff that, or as much of the best stuff that you can give them. So they're always, you know, fully equipped for any situation. So there's a real free-flowing aspect to this game, the inventory system, the combat, the ease of fast travel. It's just such a rewarding experience, it's beautiful. And the way it offsets, like, as with Dragon Age Inquisition, the way it offsets your ability to roam and explore with the story and the side missions when you want to go, you know, you have great freedom in when you embark on certain things or when you decide to do certain things. Just wonderful. The whole thing's wonderful. And of course the music is incredible. But at that point, I think, actually, let's go and join our compadres. Should we go down for a group photo shot? I mean, you could take photos in the game. I'm sure lots of people spend just hours doing that. At that point, I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Take care.